What's up, everybody? Welcome to 11 weeks. I'm 11 weeks today. Oh gosh. So I intended to do a vlog last week for you when I turned 10 weeks. But there's been some things happening over the last week and a half that has just kept me from being able to do it. Kurt ended up getting sick. He doesn't have the flu, thank God, but he's got some kind of I think they said it's acute sinusitis, so he's just all congested and not feeling well and just achy and not himself. He even stayed home for like 3 or 4 days from work. He just was not feeling well at all. And then my son Antonio got sick, and then this one got sick. So I was just like, okay, this is not, I'm not going to be able to vlog this week. I've got too much going on, and I got to take care of my babies and my big baby. So I've been busy with that. As you can see, I did cut my hair. I was like, you know what, 2 days ago, I was just getting ready in the morning, and I was putting my hair up in a ponytail, and it just would not sit the way that I wanted to, and I was getting bumps in my hair, and I was trying to brush it, and I was like, you know what, I'm so over this. And I was thinking ahead of, when the new baby comes, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to have time to do my hair in the morning. For one, I'm going to be exhausted from not getting any sleep, and I'm going to have 4 kids at that point, so I'm not going to have time to even worry about what my hair looks like. So I told Kurt, I was like, I'm going to go and I'm chopping my hair off. And he's like, well, how short are you thinking? And I was going to do a pixie cut. That's a little bit shorter than what it is now, but I said, well, what about a bob cut? I'll just go and get a cute little bob cut done. So I went down the street to this place called Hair Cuttery, and the girl that I had, she did a fabulous job on my hair. She did exactly what I wanted her to do. And it's a little bit shorter in the back. It's like layered and stuff, but I love it, you guys. It feels so good. It's so light and airy, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I get up in the morning, I take my shower, I put volumizer in my hair and just kind of mush it through my hair and stuff, and then blow dry it a little bit. And then I can just style it however, run my fingers through it, whatever, and it's not in my face, and it's not hanging on my neck, and I don't have to worry about putting it up and getting it off my, I don't have to worry about trying to get it off my neck and get it, you know what I mean. So I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. And this is going to be convenient for me too, for when the new baby comes. I'm going to be too tired and too busy to worry about how my hair looks. So I'm very happy with it. I'm so glad that I did it. I kind of went back and forth between, if I cut my hair and I don't like it, it's going to take forever for it to grow back. Do I really want to do this? Because after my daughter was born, my last child, my last pregnancy, after she was born, I did go and get my hair cut then, and that was the first time I had gotten my hair cut in a very, very long time. And I was just going to get it trimmed because my hair was actually down to my butt at that point. It was very long. And I loved it. I had never had my hair that long before, but I just loved it so much. But I was going through the postpartum hair shedding, and if you know what that's like, you lose a crap ton of hair when you do the postpartum hair shedding. It just falls out constantly. So every time I would vacuum, I'd have to clean out my vacuum because my hair would be all tangled in the brushes, and it just wasn't sucking up anything because it was all full of my hair. And brushing my hair every day in the morning after I took my shower, I had to clean my brush out because it was full of hair, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go through that again when this one's born. And I was like, you know what, let me just go and, get something different. I wanted to change, and I wanted something that looked cute, and I'm so glad that I did it. Hey! So, today is going to be my 10-week, 11-week vlog. I'm 11 weeks today, and something that I forgot to mention, let's see, I think I was 8.5 weeks when I went for my first ultrasound, and I told you guys at that ultrasound that everything looked great. The baby was measuring perfectly, and the heartbeat was 177 and all of that. But the one thing I didn't mention in that vlog was that my due date was exactly right on where they thought it was. I was exactly 8 weeks and 4 days along at that ultrasound. So my due date has not changed whatsoever. I'm still due September 6th. So that's great. I don't have to worry about changing it, or, you know, my weeks don't change over and all that stuff, which is why I'm still vlogging on Thursdays. So I wanted to catch you up on that. I forgot to mention it. Also, something happened when I hit 10 weeks. And that is that it was like the day that I turned 10 weeks last Thursday. It's actually when I had my 10-week appointment, my 10-week prenatal appointment. And I was hoping that I was going to see my OBGYN, my doctor that day. But he was actually at another office. He has 2 offices. The office that I see him at, which is his private practice, and then he also goes to like the Florida Health Clinic down here to see other patients. So he was there that day, and I missed him coming in that day. So I got to see the midwife that works in his office. But she's very sweet. She's very sweet. I love her. She took care of me too throughout my other pregnancies when he wasn't there. So, you know, I know her very well, and she's just a very sweet lady. I love her to death. Anyway, so that appointment went great. And let's see. At that appointment, not too much really happened. They just checked my pee for my protein and sugar and all that. That came back normal. The blood test that I had done at my 5-week appointment, all of that blood work came back normal. Everything looks good. My blood pressure was great again. It was like 92 over something. It was a little low, but like I told you before, for some reason when I get pregnant, my blood pressure drops a little bit. I don't know what causes that, because usually your blood volume when you're pregnant increases, so you have more blood flowing, and your heart, actually my heart rate increases a little bit when I'm pregnant. So you would think that my blood pressure would be a little bit higher than what it normally is, but it usually drops a little. That's weird. I don't know why, but I haven't even asked what causes it, but whatever. You know what, they say I'm doing good and the baby's doing good, so in my mind that's really all that matters. Excuse me. And let's see. What else happened at that appointment? Not much, like I said. They weighed me. I weighed 111.2 or something like that, so I've only gained like 1.5 pounds in 5 weeks. But, you know, from 6 weeks to now, I mean, I've been dealing with the morning sickness, and it's not fun, you guys. It really sucks. And for those of you out there that suffer with morning sickness throughout your pregnancy, your whole pregnancy, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you. I just really, my heart goes out to you guys, because I can't even imagine what that's like. I have a cousin that actually dealt with pregnancy morning sickness throughout her entire pregnancy, and I was just like, how do you even handle that? I mean, you probably can't even enjoy the pregnancy because you're so sick all the time. So that sucks, you guys. I really hate that for those of you that have to deal with that. And the girl that I was actually cutting my hair, she told me that her daughter is 6 months now, and that she's not having any more kids because she was so sick through her entire pregnancy. So she's like, yeah, we've got one and I'm done because I don't want to deal with that again. So I just felt bad for her, you know. It's different for all of us, you know. I mean, I'm lucky that I only have to deal with it until I am pretty much between 4 and 5 months along. So, well, in my last pregnancies anyway, that's usually how it happened. Hi, baby. And, but all of my pregnancies have been a little different as far as the morning sickness. My first pregnancy, this is my 4th baby, but my 4th pregnancy, excuse me, take 2. My first pregnancy, the morning sickness with her, I want to say, was random times. It wasn't like all day I felt sick or just certain days of the week I felt sick. It was just random times it would hit me. And I would be fine. I had an appetite with her all through my pregnancy, but I would be eating something and it would just be tasting so good to me. The next minute I would be in the bathroom trying to drag you because I was just so sick to my stomach all of a sudden. But that lasted until I was about, I want to say 14 or 15 weeks. Oh, did you pinch your finger? Oh, it's all right. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Hi. You say hi? Hi. You okay? You okay? Oh. Mwah. And I mentioned to you guys that with my son, I felt great through that entire pregnancy. I didn't have any morning sickness at all. And his pregnancy was a breeze, but that's really what I remember is feeling so good with him. But my mother-in-law actually told me, she's like, no, you were sick in the beginning with him. You know, not long, but I did have some morning sickness. And I was like, no, I don't remember that. And she's like, well, I do. She's like, I remember when, you would come to my house and I would make you like plain pasta with butter and salt because that's all that tasted good to you at that time. And I was like, really? I don't remember that. So apparently I had morning sickness with him too, but it must not have lasted long because I just remember feeling so good with his pregnancy. I had some indigestion throughout his whole pregnancy, but it wasn't like something that was annoying to me. It wasn't like I was burping and hiccuping all day long and stuff like that. It was just random times I would get indigestion. Not heartburn, but indigestion. Heartburn is really something that I haven't really dealt with in any of my past pregnancies. Except for this one. So, and then with her, oh my gosh, you guys, I was very, I told you this before many times, but I was very sick with her. I couldn't even drink water. I mean, as soon as anything hit my stomach, I was instantly more nauseated. So that pregnancy was really rough in the beginning, and that lasted until I was like 16 or 17 weeks. I mean, it just lasted until I was almost halfway through my pregnancy. That was awful. But, once the morning sickness goes away, I feel great, and I'm able to enjoy the pregnancy and enjoy the baby moving and watching my belly grow and, just enjoying it and, looking forward to the new life coming into our lives. So now back to this one. This one, I want to say as soon as I hit 10 weeks, something I forgot to mention now that I just said 10 weeks. At my 10-week appointment, she said that Elena, the midwife that I've been seeing. You want to get down? The midwife that I've been seeing, she said that the baby was probably still too little and I was so tiny still that she probably would have a hard time hearing the heartbeat still. So she took me into another room and she did an ultrasound for me. So I got to see the baby again at 10 weeks. I didn't get any pictures, but she was just like, I thought that would brighten your day and you would like that a lot more than just hearing the heartbeat and just actually seeing the baby. And I was like, thank you so much. So that brightened my entire day. I was just so happy that day. I got to see the baby again, and it looked a little bit bigger than it did at 8 weeks. So I was like, oh, it's growing, and I got to see the little flutter of the heartbeat, and she said everything looked great. The baby looked fine, and the heartbeat was still like in the 170s, I think. So that was great. Also, though, let me get back to what I was going to say. It seemed like right when I hit 10 weeks, I felt different as far as the morning sickness goes. Like I felt like I got up that morning and I was getting ready for my appointment and I didn't feel sick at all. And I was actually like hungrier than I've been this entire pregnancy. I actually had an appetite that morning and I ate breakfast and it stayed with me and it didn't make me sick to my stomach. And I had coffee that day and I was just like, what is going on? I just feel amazing today. Hold on, baby. And, so I was just like, wow, am I really in the clear now? Did the morning sickness finally decide to leave me? And then when I left that appointment, I got my first craving. And I knew it was a craving because, pregnancy cravings are very different from like any craving you would have when you're not pregnant. Like you can watch TV or something, for example, and you see like an ad for a restaurant and they show something really delicious on TV and you're like, wow, I want to eat that like right now. It sounds so good. You know, it's way different than that, pregnancy cravings. When you have a pregnancy craving, you don't even see or have a visual of what you're craving. You just automatically want it. And I wanted this so bad that I could literally taste it in my mouth. And I kept telling Kurt, I was like, oh my God, this will not go away. I can literally smell it and taste it right now. I want it so bad. Ugh, there's a hair in my mouth. And so what I was craving was crab legs. I wanted crab legs with like the melted butter that you would get like in a seafood place. And I was like, really, little one, you have to give me a craving for something that's expensive. So, I mean, I tried to ignore it that day. I went to my appointment and, you know, it was a great appointment and I left there and my mouth is watering talking about it right now, but I left there still wanting crab legs so bad. And I called Kurt on the phone and I was like, this craving won't go away. I just want crab legs so bad. And he's like, well, you know, I'm home with the kids. He's like, just go eat somewhere. Just go get some seafood. So I did. I went to Red Lobster and I got me, well, I love Red Lobster in general. So I got their like seafood stuffed mushrooms first for my appetizer. So good. I love those. Their cheddar biscuits are amazing. And then I got like a pounded crab legs meal with like rice. And then what did I get on the side? A salad and something else. What was the other thing that I got? Oh shoot. Rice, and what else did I get for the side? Oh, a baked potato. I ate everything. I ate all the mushrooms, I ate all the crab legs, I ate all of the rice, and my baked potato. Kurt ended up eating my salad, but I mean, and I had a biscuit. I mean, I ate all of that in one sitting. And it was amazing, you guys. It tasted so good, and I felt so good that entire day. So that was just, I just was like, wow, I feel completely different today. I feel completely different. I feel amazing. I feel great. Stupid hair in my mouth won't go away. So yeah, so I really thought that I was in the clear with the morning sickness, but I am here to say that it's still here. Not as bad though. I feel like it's trying to slowly go away a little bit. I'm still like having good days and bad days. Mostly good days now. I mean, I'm feeling great right now. I felt great when I woke up this morning. But I will have some days where I wake up just feeling, ugh, I feel gross today. I just don't feel good. And then I'll eat something, try to eat something, and then I'll just continuously have this like nasty feeling right here. So I don't know. It's just... But I want to say that I feel like it's slowly trying to taper off. So I am excited about that. And in just a few weeks, I will be in the second trimester. And I'm so glad because I know that I'm inching toward feeling so much better. I've never had nausea that lasted my entire pregnancy. So I am lucky to be one of those people. So I'm looking forward to that. I also am having this constant, nasty, bad taste in my mouth. Like if I'm not eating something or drinking water or something, I just constantly have this nasty taste in my mouth. And I'm brushing my teeth like 5 times a day. So I'm needing something like that will give me fresh mouth. Like I'm wanting like mints, gum. I'm sucking on butterscotch candies. Sipping my water throughout the day because now my water is leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Like little candies, not something sour because that actually upsets my stomach. But I'm just needing something that will freshen my mouth because I just feel like I haven't brushed my teeth in days. And just this taste in my mouth is so nasty. And honestly, that's I think what is making me feel sick to my stomach is this horrible, nasty, just disgusting taste in my mouth. And I've mentioned it to Kurt so many times and he's like, is it your mouth? You have this nasty taste in your mouth? And I'm like, yeah, I just won't go away. I feel like as long as I'm eating something, nibbling on something, snacking on something, and drinking water, it's not there. But as soon as I stop eating something, as soon as I take a sip of my water and it's down my throat, I instantly have this disgusting flavor in my mouth. I have it right now actually, and it's starting to drive me a little nuts. But you know, and the excess saliva too, I'm having that a lot, and having to just swallow, that doesn't help me. So I'm finding myself going to the trash and just spitting as much as I can, because I don't want to keep swallowing all this saliva, because it doesn't help my nausea. So I am doing that. Every time I go to the bathroom or I come in the kitchen, I pull out the trash bin and I spit because I don't want to keep swallowing all this saliva. It's nasty. And also, I am burping everything. I'm burping everything that I eat, drink. It doesn't matter what it is. I burp it. The gas that I was having when I told you guys in my early pregnancy weeks, that I was having just horrible gas and it just was awful. That's gone now. I don't have gas hardly at all anymore. Except for it's more indigestion now. I'm having, like, everything that I eat, I burp instantly. And my prenatal vitamins, oh my gosh, you guys, they're so gross. And I was telling the midwife about this. I was like, you know, I'm taking my prenatals, but oh my God, they're so nasty. When I lay down at night, I take them right before I go to bed. Because if I take them in the middle of the day, I see that they they don't sit well on my stomach during the day. So I take them, what was that? I take them right before I go to bed. And, but it's like, as soon as I take them, about 10 minutes later, I burp. And it's just this nasty, like, metallic blood flavor that I burp up. And it's so gross. And she's like, yeah, that's the iron in the pills. They're so nasty. I was like, it is. And it's hard to want to take them because, you know, they're so gross. So, but I'm still taking them. You know, I'm just dealing with it. But, you know, it makes it hard sometimes that I just, like, don't want to take them. But I have to. It's good for the baby. And let me see. I have a little list here of things that I've been craving. So I had the crab legs craving. Get out of there. Get out of there, baby. Come here. You want to come sit with me? Come sit with Mama. Oh. Let's see. What time is it? 10:14. It's almost your nap time. That's why you're so cranky. I love you. Miss Brown Eyes. Oh. She's still got a cough. Anyways, so I told you I had the craving at 10 weeks with the crab legs. And now I'm craving, like, banana bread. That sounds so good. To, like, put it in the microwave and heat it up just for a little bit to where it's just warm and putting a little butter on it. That sounds so good, you guys. And I've been going around to, like, Publix and other stores that I normally shop at trying to see if they have banana bread, and no one has it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is driving me nuts. I'm starting to get an appetite more than I was in, you know, when I was dealing with the really bad morning sickness. So I'm having more of an appetite now. But I'm still having a hard time eating, like, acidic things, tomatoes, some citrus things, just don't sit well on my stomach. Orange juice, I can't drink that at all now because I burp it constantly and then it just makes me sick to my stomach. Ugh, excuse me. There goes my indigestion. But I'm craving, like, chocolates, you know, like peanut butter cups and just like Milky Way bars and Three Musketeer bars, but I'm getting, like, the little ones, so I'm not eating, like, a whole chocolate bar. And Hershey Kisses and, you know, just things like that I can just take a little bit and nibble on it, you know, and that tastes really good to me now. And I'm also craving, like breakfast type pastries, like honey buns and, like, oh, what is those things? Oh my gosh, my son keeps calling me outside. Oh, what are those things called? Like coffee cakes and, you know, just things like that sounds so good to me right now. I am having a little bit of round ligament pain now when I'm walking. I just get these little, like, sharp pains on my sides, like right through here. It's hurting a little bit. And sleeping at night, is still uncomfortable. I'm still having a hard time falling asleep. It takes me a while just laying there trying to find a comfortable position. I'm having a hard time with that still, and I'm waking up in the night, going pee like 3 times, but I'm also waking up in the night and taking my shirt off and sleeping, not in the nude, but I'm sleeping just in my underwear because I am just so hot. I wake up and I'm so hot, I'm almost sweating, and I'm just uncomfortable. And when I get hot, I get sick to my stomach. So I'm waking up and I'm just like, oh my gosh, and the fan's on, and I'm usually a person that's always cold. So for me to be like, oh my God, I'm dying, I'm so hot, is just unusual for me. But I know it's the pregnancy. What, honey? What, baby? So yeah, I'm dealing with that right now. And I'm trying to, like, I'm trying to wear, like, cooler type pajamas at night, but it's hard to find something to wear that's not going to make me hot. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to wrap this up here in a minute. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Right here. Look at the camera. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. And one more thing that I want to update you guys on before I let you go is that now when I lay down at night, I can feel my uterus above my pubic bone, just a little bit. I can feel it in there. So I'm like, oh, the baby's growing. And this week, at 11 weeks, the baby is the size of a lime. So it's growing like a weed. Oh gosh. I'm still not feeling the baby moving, obviously, because I'm only 11 weeks. But I want to say it may have been it, may not have been it. She's playing in the pots. But will you stop? I was laying in bed the other night. She's having a meltdown. I was laying in bed the other night, and I could have sworn that I felt the baby moving. Because gas doesn't normally feel this way, so I was just like, what was that? Was that really the baby? But it was really, really down low in my pelvis, and it felt like something squirming, and it squirmed all the way over to my right side, over by my thigh, like way down in my pelvic area. And then it sat there a minute, and then it moved back over to the middle of my pelvis, and I was like, oh my God, was that the baby for real? So I don't know if that was it. I haven't felt that again since then, so it may not have been anything. It may have been gas or something, but I was just like, gas doesn't normally move like that. So I don't know. I haven't felt that again, but I'm looking forward to, you know, the first time that I know for sure that it's the baby moving. So I'm looking forward to that. Won't be much longer. It'll be a few more weeks, and I probably will start feeling the first movements, but I'm looking forward to that. So I think I'm going to wrap it up because my kids are calling me, and my daughter is losing her crap right now. So I'm going to go get her ready for a nap. If you like the video, like videos like this, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up to pregnancy updates with my pregnancy, how I'm doing. Oh my goodness, she's losing it. And I will talk to you guys next week at 12 weeks. Bye.